Action.
My name is Albert Lee, and I'm from Shiprock, New Mexico. I'm a Navajo 5th generation jeweler. Each piece that I make is living. It's alive. Here I am heating the silver, both top and bottom, to where the temperatures are the same, so the solder can run freely. It's a full soldered bead. So each bead gets individually buffed to ensure that its quality is where it needs to be as we sell it to the public, to where there's no scratches, no scrapes, no solder marks, and that each bead is perfect. Every time I get a stone, I know what it already wants to be made. When I get my turquoise, any type of coral, sugilite, or any type of natural stone, I already know what it wants to be made of, either bracelet, ring, earring. The stones speak to me, and I enjoy working with all types of stones. Here I'm making a square triangle bracelet, and I'm doing some deep stamp work. At the age of 5, I believe, my great-great-great-grandfather had blessed me to become a silversmith. During that time, my parents had a Navajo ceremony, and he was the silversmith who did the ceremony for my parents, and he blessed my parents' home, and then he decided to do a blessing on me, and the blessing was for me to, that one day that I would become a silversmith and to take over his legacy, his tradition, and knowledge in creating authentic Navajo jewelry. And to this day, my parents had acquired most of his tools that he had used during those times, and those tools I still use to this day. I strongly believe that every piece that I make, or whether it's another artist, art is alive. Art is a living piece. Your emotions, your mind, your thoughts, your energy goes into every piece that you make, and it's alive. It's a live, living piece of jewelry, of art. And when a customer wears it, they feel your energy, they feel your love, and they feel your knowledge and appreciation. And every piece is uniquely made. The whole silversmithing and the whole jewelry making has been in my family, ever since I was little. I started making my own and helping my dad when I was around age 8. I would help my dad sort stones, polish jewelry, buff jewelry.
When these kids were small, we used to go out to Nevada, maybe stop at close to Reno, up the mountains. We used to go up there and go up to the mine, and we had some friends up there. We'd go up to mining, turquoise mining, Then we go out there and cut what we want and stuff like that and bring them back.
My parents used to do business with the owner of the Carrico Lake mine in the 80s and 90s, and they made jewelry for them, and in exchange they would exchange for some high grade Carrico Lake. Yeah, I would ask my dad, what is he making, what is he doing, and he'd always show me the pieces he make, and he would say, you know, I'm making jewelry to sell, and so people can wear our work, our art, he used to say. I've grown up around it, watched my dad make jewelry, pounding on silver, cutting silver. I would always hear it, you know, the hammer pounding, and I would, you know, it was I was brought up and raised on it. And then when I was about 8 years old, I started learning myself, and my dad taught me. He was my teacher, and he taught me how to cut silver and make bezels and do stamping and make your design, your own design. And he was there for me. He helped me.
Yeah, he's been doing really good. He helped me with some few things. You know, the first time he asked to do was I made some small pieces and I would, you know, give it to him. So, you know, we had a buffer way out there outside, nice and breezy under the shades, and he goes over there and buffed the whole thing and gave him another one, just go back and forth. He's a really good buffer. The dirty job. So that was really nice of him. I love the way he buffed jewelry. You look at these, how it's put together. How it's put together. And then he looks at it, they go, well, isn't his head now? So that's how he started from that.
He was there for me. He helped me. And as the years went by, you know, I've gotten really good. And the detail in my work, the piece would be like no stone, and I would buff every little corner, every little inch of the piece, inside and out, and I would be very careful the way I buff, so that there's no damage around the bezel, and I would bring it back to my dad, and he would like the way I did my buffing. So that's where I really started, was the buffing. And my dad has always focused on perfectionism on your work, making sure your work is clean, you've got nice deep stamp work and nicely polished and presentable to the customer. And he always focused on cleanliness of my work, and that always stuck with me through the years as I made jewelry. It always sticks. It still sticks with me to this day. Our first really good customer was Don Tanner in Gallup, and he bought a lot of our pieces over the years, and my parents made a lot of jewelry from him, you know, for his Santa Fe store, and he had a Santa Fe and a Gallup store, and they would make jewelry for Don Tanner. My parents also participated in India Market in Santa Fe. They were very involved in the India Market in Santa Fe in the 70s and 80s. And then I also started getting to the India Market in 1995 as a youth artist. I applied and I got accepted and started selling my own work in 95 to the public. I've decided to carry on the family tradition and my family legacy in silversmithing. And that was probably in 97 is when I really went full time in the jewelry making. I started making jewelry full time in 1997, and I still participated in the art shows, the Heard Museum, India Market. Those were the two main shows that I participated a lot in. And over the years, I've found a lot of collectors during those shows, and they started collecting my work, and every year they would constantly come back and buy. And I would be, some years during Indie Market, I would be sold out by 9 a.m. in the morning. I would have a line of people waiting to buy my work, and I would be sold out by 9 o'clock in the morning. The most rewarding thing is meeting the people, meeting the customer. I really enjoy meeting and talking one-on-one with the customer, the person, the client, and creating the piece for them. And when the finished piece is ready, you know, I like to see their expression on their face is really unique. And I've made many people cry because of the piece was so unique and beautifully made. And that's what is rewarding to me, is making people happy. Turquoise is very sacred to our culture. Turquoise, the silver that we use, it's all from Mother Earth. And I always say, you know, we as silversmith, especially myself, you know, we are giving life through precious metal and stone, because, you know, they're all from Mother Earth. The silver, gold that we use, the turquoise that we use, the coral that we use is from the Mediterranean Sea. Everything's from Mother Earth. It's very sacred to us, the stones.
I love that.
What really excites me is when I get stones, the stones tell me what they want to be made. Like, for instance, this piece here, you know, this is all Kingman Waterweb high grade turquoise. There's 33 stones. And the moment I saw these, you know, I said to myself, I have to make a squash out of these stones. So the stones speak to me. They tell me what they want to be made, and that really excites me. And it's really nice when the piece is finished. It comes to life.
Love it. Love it. Love it.
We enjoy sharing our work, our knowledge, our art, and creating beautiful pieces for people. People that they can enjoy and cherish and wear. You know, that's what really, really excites us, is to see pieces of our work all around the world from collectors. I hope one day to open a store of my own, a gallery, and whether it's either here in the Four Corners or in Santa Fe, you know, and I know it's a lot of hard work owning a business, and me as an artist, you know, I'm the creator of the work, you know, so it's going to take a lot of time and effort to fulfill both.
That would be amazing.
This is my family history, my family tradition, and it's important for me to keep it alive and keep it going. I truly believe that every piece that we make is living, is real, and like I've always said, you know, we give life through precious metals and stone. My advice would be, keep going, keep doing what you're doing. Whether you're working with silver, gold, you know, keep at it. You'll find your mistakes, you'll learn from your mistakes, and you'll move forward. And that's the most important thing. I've made a few mistakes in making pieces, but I've learned from it. I've learned not to do what I did wrong. I've learned from it, and that's always a good advice. Is just keep moving. Don't be afraid. Keep going. Keep moving forward, and keep trying.